Hi, Tom Cole, and welcome into Vaccine Mythbusters. And certainly it's an honor for us to chat with you every week. We're so appreciative of that opportunity. And when I have my partner on, the ratings spike. They go way up. So it's certainly an honor and privilege for me to welcome in my partner, superstar in Toledo. If we can do Rhonda Sewell. Rhonda, are you there?
Yes, I am, Tom Cole. Thank you so much for those kind words. You know, you are such a dear friend and a treasure to this community. I have to tell you some good news, Tom. Like you and your wife, Karen, I got my first vaccination, Pfizer, at Central Catholic High School, Go Irish. And I get my second one on April 3rd. And so I am really happy to be joining the ranks of other community members who have been vaccinated.
Rhonda, so glad to hear that you're on the process of finishing your vaccinations, as many of us in Lucas County are. But with that occurring now, what's your philosophy on people are again starting to be vaccinated in large numbers here in our county? What's your philosophy on wearing a mask with this ongoing?
So glad to be among the vaccinated. And Tom, you always have great resources. We both do with the health department and the VProject. And the vaccine is so great at protecting us from serious illness or even worse, with death. But wearing a mask, I have mine right here, it helps us to stop circulating mild cases of the virus at all. And the key here, Tom, is to have our noses covered. It's good to have our mouths and our noses covered, but the nose goes right into our respiratory system, and it needs to be protected from breathing in and out while we're in public.
Done a little research on the mask wearing, and you know what? It is really following the science, and the science is very clear on this, whether it's the Cleveland Clinic, the CDC, or our outstanding health department with the great Dr. Z. They're all emphatically saying, wear the mask. The mask makes a difference. You must wear the mask, protect yourself and protect others. The science is very, very clear on that, Rhonda.
And I do have some sort of good news about masks as well. According to the CDC, this is very important, Tom, you can now gather indoors with fully vaccinated people without wearing a mask. But there's a caveat there. I want to make sure that people hear me correctly. According to the CDC, you can now gather indoors with fully vaccinated people without wearing a mask. But that means that if it's Johnson & Johnson, obviously it's just one shot with the 2-week quarantine. If it's the other two, Moderna or Pfizer, it's both shots and then that 2-week quarantine as well. And then after all of that, you can then gather with people without wearing a mask. They also say, Tom, according to the CDC, that you can gather indoors with unvaccinated people from one other household. So for example, if you're visiting with relatives who all live together without masks, unless any of those people in that household or anyone they live with has an increased risk of the virus. So that's what we've been learning about along this past year. People who have comorbidities or other health risks, you should not go unmasked around them.
Speaking and continuing on the theme of masks, your philosophy on the way people wear masks, I know I see sometimes, people have the masks on, but they slip down, below the nose. And, I know what your views are on this, Rhonda, but why don't you address that?
Yeah, I mean, it's one of those things where you must keep your mask on. Those CDC guidelines are very important. And I know you've said before, you and Karen, that you look forward to seeing your grandkids. Just another reminder from Mythbusters that you're fully protected 2 weeks after getting that second dose of Pfizer or Moderna, or 2 weeks after getting your single shot of Johnson & Johnson, as I said before. But really, Tom, we need to stay masked up. Let's continue to work together as a community to get us out of this thing. And for more official information, Tom, as always, we want to point people to official trusted sources. And that's the Toledo-Lucas County Health Department and the VProjects, both their website and their social media pages.
it's worthwhile just to repeat one more time. It's so critical that if you're getting the Johnson & Johnson, it's still even though it's one shot, it's 2 weeks after before you're fully protected. And the same thing for the other vaccinations. Whenever you're getting the 2-shot process with Pfizer and Moderna, it's still 2 weeks after the last shot. I have heard some people say, well, I got my last shot, and I think there's an instant relief that, I'm fine, but it's 2 weeks. So that's a very important thing. Rhonda, anything else you want to add to that?
No, I think we've covered it all. We've busted a lot of myths today. And it's always a pleasure, being with you. And I can't wait to see you and Karen in person at a concert downtown or outside. We have this lovely weather going on right now, but I'm just really excited that people are really understanding the full measure of what this vaccination means.
Well, you brought a lot of good news today on Mythbusters, Rhonda. Thank you so much. And I think we're very grateful for the cooperation of the people in Lucas County. I see, and I know you do, tremendous cooperation on this process of getting vaccinated. And of course, our city and county health people in the city of Toledo, this thing has been organized so very well. It's, you're proud to be a part of it. So I guess we always say, Rhonda, and when we close out the shows, stay safe, stay informed. And I'll also say, maybe on the way out, because we've talked a lot about masks today, Rhonda, be the Lone Ranger or Batman and wear your mask.